Well, this is a product improvement I made. Well, it's an add-on accessory for the zapper I made, not an actual product improvement. But what I did was I got a piece of pure zinc sheet metal. This is 30 thousandths thick. I think they sell 27 thousandths. 30 thousandths is about right though. I measured this copper paddle that came with the ParaZapper before I went ahead and bought the zinc. And what I did was, it's pure zinc. It's not zinc plated steel, it's pure zinc, so it's never going to tarnish. It's body friendly. And that was the reason was, you know, every once in a while I'd have to clean the copper paddles, and I'm a user of this device to a great deal. So I was looking for a way to keep the metal, use a metal that was not stainless steel, something that's body friendly like zinc. And I said, well, why not use pure zinc? So what I did was I traced out the copper paddle on here, and I already cut one out. I was going to use the jigsaw on it, but I decided to use the old Dremel, and I used the heavy duty nylon wheels, these reinforced ones. Cut it nice because it's not steel. If you're trying to cut this with a Dremel with steel, you'd burn up a bunch of those, you know, little discs, and it would get pretty expensive. So you'd want to cut, but since it's zinc, it's softer metal. I was a little bit curious of how bendable it was, but it seems to be about as bendable as the copper, you know, malleable. So basically I cut it out with the Dremel, and then I used the flat side of the cutoff wheel right up here and just shaped it so it's curved. You can still see my drawings on here, but as long as it's got a curved edge. I already took the burrs off of it and stuff with the Dremel. I'll just clean this off with a little alcohol. That was my magic marker when I was just saying, as long as it's got a rounded corner on it, it doesn't have a point. Then I cut a little notch in here for these slide-on connectors, female slide-on connectors, and I got some 18 gauge wire and put on a little BNC speaker connector. I don't know if that's the right connector, but it works. I like his connectors better, but these work too. Yeah, so now I got these paddles I can use with the zapper, and they're not going to ever tarnish because they're zinc. I mean, they're not going to tarnish a slight amount, but they're not going to be requiring cleaning. So what you do is you wrap this with a paper towel, and I put like a cloth after that, like a thin cotton cloth, and I dunk them in saline solution or tap water so they conduct electricity. Then they're applied to the body, and I'm using the ParaZappers. So pretty happy with this because I've been using this thing probably about 16 hours a day, and I feel freaking great. But I was wondering, you know, I had 2 pairs of these, so I always have a clean set on hand. I also have the cylinders. I even have the stainless steel 316 stainless steel cylinders from Spooky. I even have some of the other ones there. I think they're like, I don't know what they are, some kind of conductive carbon fiber or something. I'm not sure what the hell they are exactly. But with these paddles, I don't think, I don't know, they probably last just about forever. I think the only part that would be the Achilles heel is this connector. But the connector is covered. It's covered with some plastic, so. And you notice even on these connectors right here, I coated them with some kind of like epoxy paint so that they don't rust out right here. You know, these last a long time actually. You know, the metal, the copper can be tarnished a little bit. It doesn't really matter. It's only when it starts getting green. That takes a long time for it to get screwed up. But I figure with the zinc, hey, they're really never going to get screwed up. And that's just for a guy that uses this a lot. Now, I got enough on here. I forgot what this cost me, like 30 bucks or something. This big sheet. I got enough on here to make like a couple more paddles. It would only go up to about there. I could make 2 pairs of foot plates if I wanted to, and I'd still have plenty left over. So right now I'm going to go make the other paddle right now for it, and I got a red wire for it and the connectors, and I got to get some more. I got one more in black. I guess it's a speaker wire connector. Found this on eBay someplace, man. Got some more of those. I mean, they work. They're like the screw type. These I like his better though. He's got I like his connectors better, to tell you the truth, but they both work. But anyway, I thought this was a cool idea, and like I said, it's not zinc plated steel, it's freaking pure zinc. And I was wondering what the hell pure zinc could cost, but apparently if you're getting a sheet metal that's only 30 thousandths of an inch thick, it's not really a problem. And I'll show you, like, let me put this up on high here. See my old Rebel knife there. You get the idea. Once it starts cutting, it goes pretty quick. Once you start it, you know. Then once it's cut out, you just go along here on the edges. You get the idea and round it off. You're not supposed to use the cutoff wheel on that side, but I do. I mean, it's such a reinforced one anyway. And I'm wearing safety glasses right now and stuff. So that doesn't take long. And then you make your notch for these things to go in there. So you slide in there. That's it. Then you crimp them on. And this has got, you know, you strip the wire, and I just bend the wire over once, and I put the screw in it, so it's like a doubled up wire. It ain't going nowhere. I was using these already on some other paddles I made. They work pretty good. I like his connectors better though. I don't know where the hell he got them from though. I'd get his better. But so now I got like the CC2, the MY Plus, the ParaZapper 6-pack. I got the UZI-3 right now on order. Should be coming in, I don't know, maybe a few weeks or whatever. And then getting an upgrade from the MY to the MY 3. So I'll have the MY 3, the MY Plus, the 6-pack, the CC2, and the UZI-3. And I use Panasonic Antelope low self-discharge 9-volt batteries, and I charge them up with the Bindini charger. They charge up to about 9 volts or so, even though they're supposed to be 8.4 nominal volts. They charge up to about 9 volts, and they're low self-discharge. Keep about 10 of those batteries on hand. And these zappers, they always have a fresh battery in it, so whenever I see them getting low on power, I just swap the zapper, you know, and then I'll swap out the other battery and I'll put it on the charger. And I could charge the batteries 1,000 times each, and I got probably about 15 batteries, so that's probably like, I don't know, 2 decades worth of use or something. So the batteries aren't a problem. I like this thing because it's smaller. It's about, well, I guess it's about the size of a pack of cigarettes, roughly. That's all it is, and it's real lightweight. The only thing that's a little bit of a problem is, you know, attaching the panels to the body. These little, you know, what do you call those, paddles, whatever you want to call them. So, and I've been finding ways to do them. I mean, sometimes I stick them in. I got ankle bands and wristbands now, and waistbands. You can use them in different ways like that. And a lot of times, if I want to just change the polarity, like say I got one on the left wrist and one on the right ankle, what I'll do is I'll take the wires and I'll just swap them up here instead of actually swapping the paddles. And then I'll have the positive offset on the right ankle versus the left wrist, and then the positive offset on the left wrist versus the right ankle. You know, so I'm using them all different ways, and I feel great, man. That's how I got all my Christmas lights done, because I had to troubleshoot the hell out of those lights before they didn't work, man. All of them were screwed up, even though every single one of them was good when I put them back. I put them away last year, and God, it was hours of troubleshooting with that light. If I didn't have that Lightkeeper Pro, man, I would have been buying all brand new lights. But it kept my energy up to work all day, from morning, afternoon to late at night. And I don't know. I think this thing does a lot more than just kill microbes. I think it actually increases your overall body power, just like Thunderbolt talks about. You know, it's an electron donor. It increases your body power. I think his device does this too. I mean, it's got a pedestal offset. I think they all have use. It depends on how many hours you put into them. So with these zinc paddles, I'm not going to have to. I don't think I'm going to have to ever worry about cleaning them off. I think the only part that might have a problem is that connector. Now, if I had a stainless steel connector like this, I'd probably never have a problem. But then I guess the copper wire can get screwed up after a while. But still, it takes a long time for this part to get screwed up. I could probably go like a couple months before that connector gets fucked up, and then I could just swap out the connector and put a new one on there. Another thing that can be done too is, besides these connectors, you can actually take a aluminum pop rivet, or even a steel pop rivet, and put it in here, and if you coat it with something where it can't rust, you know, after it's already got good conductivity, and it's got like it's just pop riveted right into here, and except it's on a zinc. I don't think that would ever freaking mess up. Probably take a year or so before that messed up, because I think this is probably going to take a long time for this to mess up. I've been finding out once I coat these, after they make good electrical contact, and I coat them with some epoxy paint over it, the water doesn't get in there. They stay good. So anyway, I think it's a great idea. I'm going to make this other one right now, and I'm going to clean this off the ink off this panel, and I'll be using these pure zinc paddles now from now on, see how they work out. Looks like I probably won't have to clean the paddles off anymore, so that's going to be a wonder. I'll tell you what, it's another vast improvement as far as I'm concerned, at least for people that use this a real lot. But I've been finding out, you know, even an hour or two a day, you might not notice anything. You might not. But when you're using this 12, 16 or more hours a day, you definitely notice something. You notice some strength. You notice you got more power. And it's not psychosomatic. It's not some kind of thing where it's a placebo. Because I didn't believe it. And it was like every time I got away from doing this, it seemed to diminish. And every time I got sick with anything, no matter what it was, from something small to something a little bit more severe, when I used this thing a real lot, I mean a real lot, I recovered very quickly. So I personally am totally convinced on a ParaZapper. I know a lot of other things do work, but there's nothing out there in the market that does that much as these things. Like even the 6-pack does a lot. Even this one. I said the price was $109. I think it's, man, I forget. You know, I don't sell these things. I know it went up a little bit. Is it $129 or $136? I forgot what the hell it is. Originally, when it first came out, it was $109. I know I paid $109 for this one. The CC2, I think, was $159. I forget what the plus was. I think the UZI-3 is, I think right now it's $289. I forget. I think, but even this one, even the lowest price one, there's a lot of power packed in that little box. And the big advantage is it's got enough frequencies and enough power and enough accuracy in the frequencies with the pedestal offset that when you use this a real lot, which you can use it a real lot because it's portable. Like Spooky 2 has got way more in it, but the thing is, it's not portable. So if you can only use Spooky 2 an hour a day, a few times a week, or 4 or 5 times a week, this is going to work a way a lot better if you find yourself using this 30 hours a week, almost all the time. See what I'm saying? That's why I don't think there's anything better overall than the ParaZapper. Everything's got a plus and minus to it. Overall, when you're considering the portability, what's contained in here, and ease of use, and You don't even have to think when you're using this practically. And you know, if you're out in the woods, for crying out loud, if you're anywhere, you could be on a beach someplace, you could take this with you. I mean, don't get it in the water or something, but you could take it with you on a beach, and you could be out there getting yourself a, you know, hanging out by the beach or swimming pool or whatever the hell it is, unless you don't get it that wet or anything, and using it. You can use this anywhere. You can use it at work with you're at your desk. I mean, I was using it when I was mowing the lawn. I was using it on a waistband, one on one side of my waist and one on the opposite side of my waist. Various frequencies. Sometimes I use just the Clark mode to 30,000 hertz because you barely feel it. I mean, you don't even feel nothing. So that's why this thing is so damn good. You can use it anywhere, anytime, any place, and it's still got plenty of frequencies, even in the low-priced unit. I think the My Plus 3 has 276 frequencies or 273 or something like that. I particularly, usually this one, I started out, maybe, yeah, I guess you can see the light a little bit. Maybe not. It's pretty bright and sunny out here. But that's on number 5. That's a Rife antiviral mode. And I think mode 12 or 13, it's 12 or 13 is 10,000 hertz. It's another one I like. But this one sits right exactly on 10,000 hertz. 10,000 hertz. That's a good frequency too, for just a single frequency. This one has 10,000 hertz. It's less accurate, but it's still pretty damn close. I think it was 9,900 and something hertz. I forgot exactly, but it was close. It was pretty close, man. It wasn't bad. It was off like, I remember on this one when I tested it, I got lucky with this one. This was supposed to be, I think, within 10%. And at 2489, 2127, 2280, and 2008, they were within, one of them I think was within 1/4%, one was within 0.5%, and the other two were within 1%. They're really, really close. That's another that's why I use this 6-pack a lot, because these 4 frequencies are actually very potent. This particular one I got lucky with. They're usually supposedly within 4%, guaranteed to be within 10%, but that one, on these 4 Rife frequencies, this particular one was very, very close. I was surprised. I said, man, that's pretty cool. That's another reason I kind of like the 6-pack too. And I use the CC2 a lot too, because of the MX mode. I usually use the MX mode on a CC2 a lot. This has an MX mode in it also. But, you know, there's more you have to flip through to get it to all the stuff on this. That's why I usually started out on number 5. But I use I use various things. My throat's a little dry here. I use various things. And the Confederate flag, I put that on there myself. Clear coated it. Looks cool. It's actually made in the USA, but made in Alabama, so made in the CSA. Confederate States of America. Just like my modified Rebel knife here, with I just put some serrations in it. It's like my Dremel. Made in China. Rebel made in China. Anyway, I'm very happy with this stuff, and I'm glad I got this junk, because, you know, maybe that should be something ParaZapper might want to do. I don't know. I don't work with the guy. I mean, I just like his stuff, man. That might not be a bad idea. I mean, I don't know what the hell the difference in price is from copper to zinc, and I don't know what the hell the suppliers are, but these zinc paddles, man. Well, it don't matter if you don't use it much, but if you use it a real lot, I think the zinc paddles for me is going to be very good, because I'm using this thing at least 12 hours a day. So I don't feel like cleaning paddles too much, even though I got extra stuff laying around. These I don't think I'll ever have to clean. So they're pure zinc, not zinc plated steel, pure zinc. I think this whole thing was around 30 bucks from Metals Online. It's 30 thousandths thick. It's the one I got, 30 thousandths. So good setup. Okay, just did the other one. It's the red lead. Didn't have a red connector, so I painted it with some McCullough yellow. McCullough as in my chainsaw McCullough yellow paint. So, cute enough. I don't really need to paint that, but I didn't paint any electrical contact, but just a black outside plastic. That'll stick on there for a while. And this one's done, so all set to go, man. Happy zapping.